The Jacksonville Jaguars. What is going on, guys? It is Boss Man Spencer, aka Isaiah, from Ascent Sports, joined by Jimmy, joined by Brenden. No Steven this time, but we are here and we're ready to talk about the Jaguars. We're going to predict their record. If you enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, check out our other videos, and let's get right to it. Week 1, I have them beating the Colts, but then losing to the Chiefs. Beating the Texans, beating the Falcons, losing to the Bills, beating the Colts, beating the Saints, beating the Steelers, losing to the 49ers, losing to the Titans, losing to the Texans, losing to the Bengals, beating the Browns, beating the Ravens, beating the Bucks, beating the Panthers, and then finishing the season beating the Titans on a nice little 5-game win streak. Me and 5-game win streaks. To finish the season at 11-6 in first place in the AFC South. We know the moves they made. They got Calvin Ridley. They've had Trevor Lawrence. He's coming into his own. They also have Zay Jones. They have a few pieces. They're getting a running back too, right? ETN? Or am I tweaking?
ETN, yeah.
ETN, they're getting him back. They have who's their current running back?
ETN. It was ETN.
Was he the running back the whole season? I know they had like James Robinson at one point.
I think ETN was injured, 2 years ago?
All right, well, they had somebody there. I don't know. Maybe he's still there. Maybe I'm tweaking. I'm sleeping on the Jags. But 11-6. I mean, this is what everybody's saying. They came back on the Chargers in the playoff game. Ever since then, the hype has been pretty real with the Jaguars. So yeah, 11-6. Not too bad.
Yeah. I disagree with you anymore. They got a stunning offense. They have pretty good defense behind Josh Allen himself.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I have them beating the Colts week 1. But hey, they're gonna lose to the Chiefs. It's hard to beat the Chiefs. They could come back, win 2 straight against the Texans and the Falcons. One of the games is gonna be in England. They have back-to-back games in England. The second one will be against the Bills that they will lose. But hey, they can come back, beat the Colts, beat the Saints, and sadly beat my Steelers. They're going to go to week 9 for the bye. They're going to go and lose to the 49ers when they come back. After that, they're going to beat the Titans, beat the Texans, lose to the Bengals, lose to the Browns. Hey, they beat the Ravens. They beat Tampa Bay. They beat the Panthers. Week 18, here we go. And they lose to the Titans.
Oh.
For a record of 11-6.
Hey,
but first place in their division.
Twinsies.
Nice. All right, I have the Jaguars beating the Colts week 1, but then losing to the Chiefs week 2, but then beating the Texans. And then for the back-to-back London games, I actually have them winning both of those, beating the Falcons and beating the Bills. I think the Bills may be, a little bit too rattled. The Jaguars, they've been in London, and Stephon Diggs is going to be like yelling at Josh Allen. Josh Allen's going to be like, "Oh, I don't know, throwing picks."
Dang.
I'm just kidding, but I think they're going to I'm just kidding. But I think they are gonna win that, beat the Bills. But then I have them losing to the Colts. But then I have them beating the Saints and then beating the Steelers, unfortunately. But then the week after the bye week, I have them coming off and losing to the 49ers, but then beating the Titans, beating the Texans, then losing to the Bengals, but then beating the Browns, beating the Ravens, beating the Buccaneers, beating the Panthers, and beating the Titans for a record of 13-4.
Ooh.
First place in the AFC South. I am very high on this team. Trevor Lawrence is finally looking like the quarterback that was taken first overall. Doug Peterson, I didn't really like him being fired from the Eagles to begin with. I mean, Nick Sirianni's like taking over, but Doug Peterson is. I think he's a solid coach, and I think now that I'm getting Calvin Ridley, and I think they have decent weapons and are a decent overall team in a weak division. So yes, I have I'm pretty high on the Jaguars. And they gave the Chiefs a pretty good game last year in the playoffs. And they someone said they came back into Chargers. So I think they're ready. And yeah, has the Jaguars
17-0.
losing to the Colts, losing to the Chiefs, then beating the Texans, then beating the Falcons, then losing to the Bills, losing it to the Colts, losing to the Saints,
That's a lot of
losing to the
losses.
Steelers, and coming off the bye week, beating the 49ers, beating the Texans, beating the Titans, losing to the Texans, and losing to the Bengals, losing to the Browns, losing to the Ravens, beating the Buccaneers, beating the Panthers, and then finishing off with a loss to the Titans, finishing 6-11, third place
Ooh.
in the AFC South. So Steven is not high on the Jags.
Sleeping on the Jaguars. We still, with that said, our over under is 10 wins still with the 6. So it probably would have been like 11 or 12 without that. And that's what Vegas says, 10 wins. Everybody's pretty high on the Jags besides Steven. So it is what it is. Not to tempt anybody, too. I didn't mean to bring up Vegas. It's a good joke. They'll get it.
Calvin Ridley joke. Ha ha ha.
There it is. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. I think that is going to do it for us. Let us know what you think. 10 wins is what we had as a group. Does that sound good? That's what Vegas thinks. Let us know. If you enjoyed this and you want to see more... No, Brenden, just do it, bro. I'm washed. I'm washed. Bro.
I'll do it.
Yes, thank you.
I think you have it. But
I have it
I'll do
every
it.
time. And I just
I'll do
lose
it.
it. I just lose
I'll
it.
do it.
I'm just
Ready?
freaking, go ahead, Jimmy.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed our predictions for the Jaguars this week. We all had different opinions, aka Steven doesn't know anything about the Jaguars this season. Hope you enjoyed all the jokes we made. If you guys liked the video, liked it. If you disliked it, dislike it. If you think Brendan's ugly, type that in the chat. If you think Isaiah's funny as hell, type that in the chat. But other than that, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you guys again next time. Peace off.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know